Third stage of 482 visa, the visa application. Many immigration agents or lawyers would tell you the third stage of the 482 is the easiest one. They're wrong. Hi everyone, I'm Josh from Australian Migration Lawyers. If you've been following along, we've already covered stage 1, becoming a standard business sponsor, and stage 2, the nomination for the subclass 482 visa, also known as the Skills in Demand visa. If you missed those, definitely check them out first, because everything builds up to this moment. Today, we're breaking down stage 3, the visa application, where your skills, health, background, and every detail of your application are placed under a microscope. This is where most people stumble, not because they're unqualified, but because they can't prove what they've claimed. So let me walk you through some steps to make sure you don't end up in the same mess. Step 1. Qualifications and experience. Let's say you're a mechanical engineer from Vietnam. You've been working in the industry for 6 years, managing projects and leading a small team. On paper, you're a dream hire, but when the department asks for proof and you only submit a generic reference letter with no dates, responsibilities, or a letterhead, that's a problem. At this stage, you must provide copies of your qualifications, employment contracts, tax documents, detailed reference letters, and even pay slips if needed. The department cross-checks all of this with ANSCO, the official occupation classification system. If your listed responsibilities don't match the nominated occupation, they'll flag it. Let's imagine your application says you were a mechanical engineer, but the reference letter you submit only mentions coordinating schedules and preparing invoices. That sounds more like an admin assistant. Case officers are trained to spot these inconsistencies, and they will. But qualifications aren't the only thing you need to worry about, because health is another major concern too. Step 2, health and character. Now imagine you're a skilled chef from South Africa. You've nailed the nomination and your qualifications check out, but during your medical exam, the panel physician discovers that you have a pre-existing chronic condition that may require ongoing treatment in Australia. This is where public interest criteria 4005 and 4007 come into play. If your condition is likely to cost the government more than $86,000 over the course of your stay, or cause undue pressure on Australia's public health services, your application could be denied unless you qualify for a health waiver. But waivers aren't handed out easily. You'll need evidence that your condition is manageable, that you'll cover the bulk of the costs yourself, and that no alternative, less burdensome treatment exists. You can also outline any benefits that your presence in Australia would have to the Australian community and economy. For character, even minor criminal offences can delay or derail your visa. The Department of Home Affairs requires police clearance certificates from every country that you've lived in for more than 12 months in the past 10 years. Even if that was 5 years ago and you haven't been back since. If there's a discrepancy, like a name mismatch, a missing date, or an undisclosed conviction, it can trigger a natural justice process or an outright rejection. Also, if you've ever overstayed a visa or had one cancelled in Australia or elsewhere, the system will flag it. And that history doesn't vanish with time. Immigration records are shared internationally. But most people actually slip up in the next step, because they don't even know that certain conditions exist. Step 3, you must understand visa conditions. So let's assume you're an IT specialist sponsored to work in Sydney. You get the 482 visa, start work, and 6 months later, you get a tempting freelance gig on the side. So do you take it? That's a bad move. Under condition 8607, you must only work in the occupation for which your visa was granted and for your nominating employer. Freelancing or working for a second employer can be considered a breach and might result in cancellation. Now here's what's new. As of July 2024, visa holders who stop working for their sponsor have more time to find a new one. Previously, you had just 90 days. Now it's 180 days at a time, or a maximum of 365 days across your visa period. During this time, you can even work in any occupation for any employer. The department is taking compliance seriously, and employers are being audited more frequently. If they find that you or your sponsor have violated any visa condition, your visa status is at risk. But one of the biggest mistakes you can make at this point is underestimating the cost of the entire process. Step 4. Know the real costs. Between the base visa charge, additional applicant fees, health exams, police checks, translations, and document certification, things can add up quickly. If you're applying a loan, expect to spend between $3,500 to $5,000. If you're bringing dependents, the cost increases dramatically, especially for older children or spouses. And that's not including legal or agent fees if you hire professional help. To make things easier, we've developed a free fee calculator on our website that gives you an estimate based on your exact situation. Whether you're the sponsor or the nominee, this tool helps you see the full picture before you even apply. You can click on the link in the description and access the tool for free. And once you know the realistic estimate of what it's going to cost you, I'd suggest you shift your complete focus on documentation. Step 5, where most applications fail. So here's the deal. Most visa refusals at this stage don't happen because people aren't good enough. They happen because of bad documentation. Let's say you worked for XYZ Construction from 2018 to 2021, but your pay slips only cover 2020 and your tax documents are incomplete. Or maybe your reference letter says you worked as a project manager, but your CV lists you as a construction assistant. That contradiction alone, if unexplained, could lead to refusal. Worse, some people submit their medicals late, upload blurry police certificates, or forget to attach copies of key documents. Every little error is reason for the department to delay or decline your application. Your visa application should read like a well-researched legal case, with everything documented, every date accounted for, and every claim backed up by solid evidence. Get this right the first time. Just know that stage 3 isn't just another form to fill out, it's the gateway to your Australian career. If you fail here, it's not just the visa you lose, it could be your sponsorship, your job offer, and months of effort and planning. So don't take risks. If you're unsure about your documents, concerned about a health issue, or just want peace of mind, speak to the team. We've helped hundreds of professionals, from welders to data scientists, make it through this process smoothly. Drop your questions in the comments or book a one-on-one consultation. And don't forget our previous videos on stage 1, the sponsorship, and stage 2, the nomination, which are essential to understanding the full 482 journey. So prepare smart, document everything, take the visa process seriously, because one overlooked detail could cost you everything.